Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. If I got a treat for you guys, if you've got a big enough Christmas tree, just in time. We got a 2026 Renegade XL 45 DBM. So it's a bath and a half floor plan, just arrived, really sharp exterior. This exterior on this one's the Eclips exterior. And it does have the new interior, which is the Essence White with the gray decor package on the interior. So in a little bit, we'll get a chance to see that as well. Stock number of this is 5N250136. Today's December 19th. I just want to give a shout out to my mom. Happy birthday, Mom, if you're watching. I'll see you Sunday when we come home, coming home for Christmas. Anyways, let's start going over this guy. So this is a 2026 Renegade XL. It's built on the 126 Cascadia chassis. This is going to have the Detroit DD16. Go ahead and start up front here. Let me open this up here. So the DD16, 600 horsepower. You're going to have 1,850 pound-foot of torque. For those that are towing heavy vehicles, if you've got race cars, heavy equipment, big trailers, horse trailers, anything like that that you're towing behind you and you need that extra tow capacity, this will get the job done. With the DD, it does have the D12 transmission, the Detroit 12-speed, along with the DD16 engine. This will tow up to 30,000 pounds. So it really makes for towing heavy equipment much more easier. Being a Super C motorhome, you can see up front here how it's easy to access all the belts and hoses, filters, whatnot. I'll come around this side here. Again, you can see how simple and easy it is to access power steering fluid, coolant, engine oil. Everything's going to be nice and easy to get to here. And then as we move back to the side here, another thing I always like to point out on a Super C motorhome is how much easier it is to get in and out of the motorhome on both the passenger side and the driver's side. Down below here, we have a single fill diesel fill. So there's a 120 gallon fuel tank. Here's your DEF diesel exhaust fluid would go in here. Real quick, since I'm right here on these labels here, this does have a gross vehicle weight rating of 58,000 pounds. I was checking the tag on this. So when this was built and weighed, it weighs just right around 43,000 pounds. You've got just over 15,000 pounds of cargo carrying capacity on this coach before you're loading it, getting it loaded out. So huge cargo carrying capacity. Also, while we're right here, something to point out, so easy to see here. This is your control valve lever here to swivel the seat. Both the passenger and driver seats will swivel around to join the living room. And then of course your air assist is going to be right here. This is going to be an air ride seat. And additionally, your chassis disconnect switch is going to be located here as well. All right, moving down the side here, this does have the chassis batteries are going to be located here. Your air chuck is going to be located here. It comes with a 50-foot air hose. If you need to tap into the air on the coach and put it in the vehicles, the RV's tires or other vehicle tires, you can access the air chuck here. These are your cranking batteries. And then if we move down to the next storage bay here, this has the lithium upgrade package along with the dual Victron inverters. So this has it's got 4 high capacity volume Dragonfly lithium batteries here. And then you've got 2 3,000 watt Victron inverters that are located back behind there. Additionally, this has 6 200 watt solar panels on the rooftop. Can't see those, but it does have 6 solars on top. One of those inverters is dedicated to the mid air conditioner on this one. Okay, moving to the next bay here. We've got 2 75-gallon tanks located here, one being your gray tank, the other one's going to be your black water tank. So this is where you dump your water out for the black and gray water tanks. And then this smaller hose here is going to be your flow jet system. So it does have a macerator pump to turn that on. It's located right in here. So you've got your flow jet system here. It's got a whole house water filtration system going to be here. It's winterized at the moment, so there's no filter. A little outside shower head, retractable water. This is your city water, so you walk this out when you want to hook up your fresh water. And then it's got a push button reel. It's going to be located right here. And you want to roll that in. And then you have electronic gate valves located here for your gray and your black water tank. If you want to check on the battery conditions, the fresh water, gray and black water, the little sea level tank monitor system's nice and easy to read on that little LED light level. It's got percentages is going to be displayed there for each tank. All right, moving to the back here. So you'll notice we have a tandem axle. So on the Renegade XLs, you're going to have a twin drive. You're going to have a rear diff. You're going to have a interior axle lock and a rear differential lock for slippery, wet conditions. If you're on mud, grass, wet conditions, there's some dip switches on the dash to engage these. But as it's traditionally set up here, this is your tandem axle. Not engaged. This is your drive axle here. You've got 8 tires on the road. Also, this one has the midship turn signals, which is kind of nice when you're at night. Turn your blinker on, gives you a nice little indicator light, letting you know when you're turning. And additionally, your LED docking lights are nice and bright here too. When you're backing in at night, lights up the rear of the coach so you can see around you really well. 12,500 Cummins own-end generator. That'll power everything on. This has 3 15,000 BTU air conditioners. There's an exterior TV. There's a main living room TV, bedroom television, Starlink. We'll go over that here in a little bit when you go inside. But it has all your electronics can run off of this generator if you are doing any dry camping. Located in here is going to be your 50 amp shore power. You'll simply run the shore power out this little hole in the floor here, plug it in. That gives you power. If you're at a campground somewhere and you've got access to 30 amps or 50 amps, you can plug this coach in and get power to the coach. It comes with an onboard transfer switch. They all come with this little loose, what we call 30-50 dog bone. So you can go from 50 down to 30 when you're plugging into 30 amps. Come around to the rear of the coach. All LED brake lights, reverse lights, turn signals, all LED lights. It does have, you do have a hitch view located right here for your camera. Speaking of cameras, this does come equipped with the 360 camera view, so you've got a bird's eye view all the way around it. We'll show you that too when we get inside on the dash monitor up top. Comes with the Gen Y hitch system here. If you have a heavy duty trailer with air brakes on the trailer, this does come equipped with the glad hands where you can use those systems there. It also has a Voyager system here, which is going to be you can tap into a camera on your tow vehicle. If you have a camera inside of a trailer, on the exterior of a trailer, you can toggle between the RV camera and the trailer camera. And then of course it does also have 7-way power for brake controller located right here. You'll notice this pin comes out. If you wanted to remove this big hitch here, you want to, this is more for towing, like RV towing, if you're towing a Jeep or a truck or anything like that and flat 4. But if you do have a big trailer, these do come with the heavy duty hitch. It's very heavy, but it is inside here. So inside this box here, we do have the additional Gen Y hitch here for pulling trailers as well. And in this compartment, we've got the loose central vac. Of course, this is all nice storage. There's the additional equipment for the glad hands for your air braking system on a trailer. As we move down to this bay, it does come shipped with loose tile. If you drop anything heavy on the tile floor inside, you've got some replacement tiles here. These are the MCD shades for your driver and passenger doors, as well as the windshield. So you've got 3 different shades there for your privacy up front without having to close the curtain. You'll notice too, on these doors, we've got this conduit, so all the doors on an XL are gonna have keyless lock and unlock system here. You can do that from a key fob, or you do have this entrance code here where you can enter your code, lock and unlock all the compartment doors as well as the entrance door. All right, real quick, just to go over some measurements too. Overall length of this coach is 44 feet, 11 inches. We've got a ride height of 13 feet, 6 inches. I mentioned this will tow up to 30,000 pounds. Excuse me. And then we talked about the rear differential lock and the inner axle lock. Let's keep moving down the side here. This is going to be some great storage. As you can see, it does go all the way through. Here's that 50-foot hose I talked about on the other side. You can tap into the air on the coach. It comes with these loose slide locks. So when you're traveling on uncertain roads that can be a little worse than our roads, or the roads in Colorado can be pretty rough, but probably a good idea to put these in place when your slides are in. Keeps them from getting out of adjustment. And you'll notice inside here is an electrical plug up top. Plus you've got the little access port in the floor. Got the Rhino lining in here. If you want to add a refrigerator freezer combo on the outside, it's all set up for that. Above the storage compartments, we've got the 43-inch Samsung 4K LED television, smart television, Bose soundbar. Inside is going to be your HDMI for satellite hookups, game systems, anything for the exterior TV here. And then the front bay here is going to be where the 600D AquaHot system is located. So that is what heats your hot water. It's got an engine preheat on it, and it does provide heat for the living quarters. So you've got heat pumps and the 3 15,000 BTU air conditioners up in the rooftop. You've got the 600 diesel fire for hot water and furnace heat. And additionally, you're going to have electric heat underneath the tile floor. Okay, earlier I hooked up. This does have an Eclips system where you can Bluetooth to the electronics on the coach. And if I want to run, let's say I want to run the awnings out, I can run my front awning. Get them hooked up here. Let's go here. It's not cooperating with me at the moment. Let's see, there it goes. So you can control your awnings, you can control your slides, you can control your lights, you can actually control your heat and air conditioning system here, exterior lighting. Go ahead and go back in. It's a little windy out here. Let's go ahead and go back in with that. And they do have wind sensors on them. I want to go ahead and go back in just because the wind's starting to pick up outside. So go ahead and take those back in. While they're going up, you can see a camera right above the door here. That's part of that 360 camera view. Okay. Come on in, let's go on inside. So I mentioned earlier that this has the new Essence White interior cabinetry. So it really looks sharp. with the Eclips exterior and the Essence white cabinetry and the gray tone cabinets, quartz countertops. It really does go very well together. Just to give you an idea like how much room there is to navigate through the coach with the slides in. I like to always start with them in. If I need to get back here to the refrigerator, to my mid bath, it's no problem at all. Let's see, let's go ahead and run some slides out, and we'll go out here. So we'll go out with this. This is a hydraulic flush floor slide. You can see right away this has the booth dinette, which converts to a bed, and it also has the theater seating. And then across from it, we've got the tons of counter space. The way that's set up, no ledges, everything's flush. We've got automatic hydraulic leveling jacks on this coach as well. I don't have them down at the moment. It's getting windy outside, so we're kind of rocking around here. I'll go ahead and get all the slides out. Also, really cool feature here. We got a smart refrigerator here. It's a 23 cubic foot Samsung smart refrigerator. It's like a giant phone pretty much. It's got all your apps you can add to it. YouTube, TV, Facebook, Yahoo, Instagram. It's got all the apps available to you. Your temperature settings and the fridge manager. You see right here we're 37 degrees on the refrigerator. It's down to 0 degrees on the freezer at the moment. But really a nice setup here, and I think you can pair that to, I've not done it, but you can pair it with your phone if you're running low on any items inside the fridge. It can alert you when it's time to replenish the refrigerator. All right, let's go back out with one more slide here, and we'll start in the back here. So. All right, so while it's going on, so right here at the entrance door, we'll start right here actually. So right here at the entrance door, you notice we've got these nice little coat hangers here, and they did do some additional ones over the door. So you've got 6 nice little coat hangers here. You've got some good storage up top, adjustable shelf. These are your front and your rear awning controls located right there. If you wanted to run them out, you can simply use the little side buttons here to run them in and out. All soft close cabinetry. Right here we've got some good pantry storage. Let me get on this side here, it'll be a little bit simpler here. So push to open, so these are push to release on all your pantry slide outs. Nice big drawers, dovetail construction. And the very bottom one's got a little dividers in place for some pan storage. And then up top here, we've got some deeper, nice big, I mean, this is not lacking storage at all. Tons of storage in the pantry area. Again, soft close on all your cabinet doors. Stackable washer dryer is going to be located right here. And at the very bottom, we have another big slide out drawer as well. And then to close off the bedroom, we've got this nice big pocket door. So close that off. Half bath entrance here. Open this up. This is a nice roomy half bath, just something to point out. There's plenty of leg room here, and then you have some good storage under the sink area, additional storage underneath down below, medicine cabinet, plenty of storage overhead. There's an air conditioner vent here, something I always like to point out. So when this door is closed, you've got air conditioner in this room. You've got heat down below. When you're running the furnace in the wintertime, it's cold out, keep this room heated as well. Good place for a lot of your toiletry items up top here. Already a dedicated towel holder, already a dedicated toilet paper holder. It does have a macerator porcelain toilet. So this is a macerator flushing toilet. So when you flush it, it's going to pump all the wastewater to the holding tank, black water tank. Okay, and earlier I was talking about the app on my phone. I'll just show it to you here. So this is the main screen here where I can control all my lights. I can turn my water pump on and off. The different multiplexes throughout the coach will have the water pump feature available. If you're in the bathrooms and you need to turn the pump on, you're dry camping, you've got that access there. There's your tank heater switch located there, keeping an eye on your holding tanks. Again, these are percentage levels when they go up and down. Here's your temperature control, rear, mid, front. Right now I've got the mid air going. It was a little bit warmer. It's warmed up today, so does work very well without having to have the generator on, because it's nice and cool in here at the moment. And then you do have some aqua hot access buttons here, preheat, diesel burner, aqua hot burner. That's where you turn them on and off at. Keeping an eye on your house batteries, chassis batteries, generator on and off. AGS is automatic gen start. So if you do enable the generator, there's a system here where you can enable it. You can set trigger points on it. Go ahead and hit enable. I believe we got to hold it for 36s. When you do enable the automatic gen start, you can set trigger points on it to turn the generator on based on the temperature inside the coach, the voltage lever on your if you've got it set to monitor for low voltage on the batteries, it'll kick on and won't let your batteries run completely to zero. Or you can set a timer on it. You want it to kick on the air conditioners at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you're on a long hike or something like that, you can certainly do that as well. And then you do have your individual light sections, front lighting, rear lighting, exterior lighting, and then you do have the exterior ground effects, and you have slide out accent lights. So this has the different color codes you can do on the exterior lighting. Here's a more in-depth detail on the generator, inverter controls, fan control. The fan control, I can raise the television up and down from this system here. We'll show that to you in a little bit when we get into the living room, but it does have a 50-inch LED television in the living room. And then if I want to turn the bedroom fan on a high or low mode, that's where I can operate that from there. And these are your slide out controls, leveling controls, awning controls, and then this little gearbox down here is going to be for some of the diagnostics, screen brightness, mobile app. If I want to go in and pair my phone, this is where you can use the QR code here to pair your phone, or simply do a search on your Eclips app and find the ID number and then enter the PIN, and you will have access everything on here on your mobile device. All right, coming around to the back, we've got a mini king. So the king size bed on this one is going to be 66 by 80. So 66 inches across, 80 long. So it's a traditional 80. It's just a little bit narrow than a traditional 75 by 80 king size bed, 74 by 80. And then you have overhead storage, electrical outlet inside the overhead storage if you need to keep something charged and out of sight. Keep it all closed up. Here's the ceiling fan I talked about earlier. So this does have a nice little low and high feature on the ceiling fan. You've got sliding windows. This is also your exit window, and these slide up too here, so you can get some nice crosswind. That's picking up outside. And then let's run around to the back here. So check out this water feature in here. Nice, huge, big shower. I'm 6'2". I mean, I could be 6'8". I can be a taller guy. You've got some really high ceilings throughout the coach. As I step up into the shower, you can see all the different shower features. You got a handheld shower. We've got the waterfall feature up top here. We have recessed Corian quartz inserts here to put all your conditioner, shampoo, soap items. We got the teak seat below here. They did a really nice job with all the accents on in the quartz and this little tile backsplash here. Very nice the way everything comes together there. Quartz countertops here. Good storage. Let's see, oh, that's just a permanent light fixture there. Good storage underneath. And soft close on all your cabinet doors and drawers. We've got another macerating, flushing porcelain toilet. And then MCD shades. All the day shades will be manual. And of course the night shades are push button electric. And you do have a nice big pocket door to close off the master bathroom. Additionally, this does have the, I just saw the little blue light here and it reminded me here. So we have 150 gallons of fresh water. If you were dry camping and you wanted to recirculate the water, this will change colors, letting you know when you've got hot water, so you're not wasting water waiting for it to warm up. So it does have the Shower Miser water saving system on it as well. All right, moving to the front here. So in front of the bed here, we've got cedar lined closet. I'm gonna open these two panels up here. You can see you've got a nice big closet here with this hanging rod. 43-inch Samsung 4K smart television. Two nice big pull-out drawers there. Lock it up. And soft close on the cabinet doors. There's some good storage underneath. And you've got three nice big drawers below, the two up top, adjustable shelves here. This is all set up for satellite receivers, game systems, all to the television up top, or just great storage below. All right, now under the bed is going to be where your 150 gallons of fresh water is located. So you notice we've got these two radiators on both ends of the bed, so that disperses the heat out off the aqua hot system. This clear hose here for winterization purposes. So when you're winterizing the coach or de-winterizing the coach, winterizing the coach mainly, but this will pump the antifreeze through the water pump and into all the systems on the coach, your hot water lines, your cold water lines, when it comes to winterization. And then these are your two big 75-gallon tanks, obviously being inside, heated. And then down below on the very bottom, we've got a little kick plate, and that's just easy to see. And then there's your access port for the central vacuum hoses. All right, let's go up front and go around the kitchen area. So we went over the big pantry area. Storage up top here. You also have some good storage right here next to the entrance door. Okay, adjustable shelves here. Something else just to point out, all the walls throughout this XL are going to be padded, same as like the ceilings, keeps it nice and insulated. Won't work the air conditioners as hard in summertime, and vice versa. Won't work the furnace as hard in the wintertime. Love the little accent lights they're putting inside the slide fascias. All these nice little round accent ceiling lights throughout. MCD shade, well, that's right here. So this is your control for all the night shades. Are going to be all electric. So if you notice on this side here, Got all the electric shades. And I love the big windows. So this one was ordered with the, see here, you got a 48 by 30 picture window and a 54 by on this side. So you got all these nice big picture windows instead of the ventilation, the windows that open up, which give you that bar that goes across here. So if you've got a nice view of a lake, canyon, forest, anything like that, beach, you got some nice big picture windows. Something to point out there. This cross sink that they're putting in these is really nice. You've got this little system here that slides back and forth. Stainless steel sink, residential faucet head. It's got a little riser down below here. It holds all your dishes. When you're doing cleanup in here, you got a cutting board, a little insert. Really nice residential sink area. And then up top, we've got some good storage there. Again, adjustable shelves, overhead. A couple of electrical outlets here. You never have enough plugs. Another electrical outlet here. Plus it has a USB and C port. Induction cooktop. If you're using this induction cooktop, these could be cutting boards. You've got the cross cutting board, plus you've got these two additional ones. But if you want to get your covers out of the way, you can open up this panel here. Put these guys down here, get them out of the way. As you can see here, we've got some great little storage cabinet here for some of your pots and pans. Close that up. And then this being a drawer that's holding your pots and pans is going to be heavy. So Renegade puts this nice little lock system here on it. Keeps it secure when you're traveling. This is your entertainment. So you'll notice here, I think earlier I mentioned this has, they're labeled here. So this one's for your living room television, for your HDMI cable. And this is for your outside entertainment system. So if you got to hook up a receiver in here for the outside TV, this is be your location for that. And it does have additional electrical outlets are already back all the way in the back for when you're setting all that up. All right, you got some nice big full extension drawer glides here. Touch-up paint kit, whole house water filter system. It's got the lubrication for your slide outs. Comes with all this loose supplies from Renegade. And this top drawer here, I love this little drawer here, the way they've got this, you've got this separate little utensil drawer below and one up top. Here's all the loose remotes. This does have a Bose sound bar with the subwoofer located down below here for your entertainment system. This will just open up for some of your sink items and additional storage there. And we have convection microwave oven. This little latch here to keep it locked when you're in travel. And then we've got a permanent sofa here. This does pull out, so you've got some storage underneath. And you'll notice there's a couple of seat belts. Keep your passengers buckled up. And then off to the side here, here's one of those touch panels. If I wanted to, let's see, let's go in here. Let's go. So that's the 50-inch LED Samsung 4K television for the living room. Your Bose soundbar up top in combination with the subwoofer below. Another outlet here, electrical outlet with USB and C port. I mentioned outside earlier that this has Starlink, so yes, there you can see the Starlink modem there. Plus your Wi-Fi Ranger is going to be located here. Additional storage shelf up top. In this front panel here, you're going to have some breaker boxes for the main system. and your inverter controls. This kind of shows you what everything is wired to, but these are all breaker panels. And back behind there is just all wiring, so that's just access panel for the technicians. And you do have the EQ hydraulic leveling system is going to be located here. So when you want to put the jacks down, you power it on here, put the jacks down, and you actually have an app too where you can run the jacks down using your app and through the Eclips system. We'll move around to this side here. So this has the theater seats, a couple of cup holders, some good storage underneath here. Put your remote controls, any type of smaller items down below. And these just retract out. We got another electrical outlet here with USB-C ports located there. It does come with a step cover, kind of where they hide it. Put this in place over here just so you can see what this does here. So pop that guy in place. You got a little step cover here for if you need a little bit of help height-wise to get here. You could put a step stool on top of this. I'm 225 pounds, just to give you an idea. This thing's holding me up perfectly fine. While we're right here, you can see we've got right here at the entrance door, porch lights, awning lights, storage lights. All your master light controls are going to be located here. And then your house battery disconnect, step override, and emergency start are going to be all located here as well. And if you're sitting in the booth area, you've got USB and C ports along with electrical outlets, a couple of cup holders. Full extension drawer glides. All the villa furniture on the theater seating, sofa across from it, booth dinette. This is a permanently affixed dinette. A couple of throw rugs there underneath. You can see they're folded up at the moment. But without the overhead cabinets here, really gives you some nice views out the window. All right, and then let's go up front here. So earlier outside I mentioned that this had the MCD privacy shades in those 3 tubes. So without those, I'm gonna lower the seat so I can get under the steering wheel. It's sitting up kind of high. You do have these privacy curtains that run on a rail. They'll run all the way inside here. If you want to swivel the chairs, keep the curtain behind the chairs, you certainly can. These are heated. Both captain's chairs have heat and air. There's your heat. There's your cool. There's 3 different settings for when you have the heat and the air conditioner on. This one does come equipped with the Garmin system on this side. So if I wanted to use my navigation from Garmin, you can notice you have some vehicle settings. This is actually a smart thing to have here, so you can program it for your overall size, your height, and then when you ask it to give you directions, it's not going to take you on roads you shouldn't be driving on, take you under overpasses that are too short, things like that. So sometimes I've heard stories, some scary stories from some of the customers over the years where their phone GPS system took them on a route they shouldn't have been on in their large 45 foot motorhome. But anyways, this is nice to have here. I mentioned this has the 360 camera view. So at the very top here, if I click on the screen here and I want to view the 360 camera view, there's my 360 view on the right hand side. And the rear of the coach. And then you can view the different cameras too as well, on the side, in the front. If you want to use it as like a security camera, you have all the curtains closed and you hear something outside, you can come up here and turn this on and navigate through the different cameras. Oops. Like so. I think it's on a little bit of a delay. Anyway, so that's the 360 camera view, and it's nice having it up here and out of the way. I'll keep going up and down, sorry Jody, because down below here, a lot of times they used to combine this screen with your camera. So now you have your maps over here, my radio here, my camera up here. So it's kind of nice to have that all accessible when you're driving. Just something I like to point out there. From Freightliner Cascadia, you're going to get this nice big 10-inch monitor here. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you wanted to check on your different gauges, go back to the home screen here. Simply click on gauges here, and I can view my coolant temperature, transmission oil, turbo boost. I can go to gauges 2, and you can see where those, if I want to add a gauge, I simply hit that little plus sign. And if I want to see the coolant temperature, I'm going to just click on it there. If I want to add another gauge, I want to see the engine oil temperature. So you can add different gauges here through these different menus up top. Go back to the home screen. Cab features. There's some different settings and driver assistance, system settings, some on and off, Bluetooth on and off, Wi-Fi on and off, regen. Regen is going to be when if it's calling for regen on a hot sunny day and you're constantly getting red light after red light after red light, and the diesel particulates getting filled, you can actually, it'll go back into that system here and click on this, and that'll turn your regen on and off. It's got some chassis, let's see here, chassis features here, tire pressure monitoring system, axles, maintenance system, and the wind is whipping up outside today. Lighting controls, interior, exterior lighting controls. It does, I mentioned this has your navigation over here on this side, but it does also come with the Cascadia maps as well. So kind of a preference, whichever one you want to use. I think that's a nice system to have here, and that way on this side you can use it for, if it's me, I probably have it on my AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio where I'm changing stations. So that's that. And then down below we do have footwell lighting, utility light. If I want to run a light test mode here, that's what this button here is for. So you can check on all your exterior lights, see what lights are not working. These are your hazard controls, auto traction control, spin on and off, lane departure warning, HSA off and on, regen off and on, and then override engine shutdown. This is more in a situation, let's say you're straddling some railroad tracks and all of a sudden the engine's starting to shut down on you. You can simply override the engine shutdown, keep this thing moving, and get it out of the way. So just something to point out there. That does have an override if it did call for an engine shutdown. Just a nice safety feature there. And then on the dash cluster up top here, you've got the mouse on the left side will control things on the over here on the right. I can kind of toggle through, ready for Bluetooth pairing. That's the AM, FM controls, consumption. There's probably something you'd want to keep an eye on there. The mileage, the hours, average miles per hour, miles per gallon, kind of a nice feature there. It's got a compass on it as well, an exterior temperature control. We've got fuel level controls, front and rear air PSI controls all located in there. All right, and then it does have, I mentioned to you earlier outside, it's got the inner axle lock and unlock, the rear differential lock and unlock. If I've got a low clearance garage and I want to drop this thing to its lowest level, I've got a suspension dump lever here. This little button here is your trailer hitch camera. So if I wanted to do a hitch view, I can simply gonna hit the hitch view, and that's gonna give me a hitch view right here on the Garmin system here. And then if I wanna view the camera on my trailer, which is not going to because I don't have a trailer hooked up, then I'm going to flip that up. And since it's not hooked up right now, it's not going to display anything. But that's where you would go between hitch view and your trailer camera view. Power windows, power heat, heated mirrors, all going to be on the armrest over here. You've got an adjustable steering wheel, tilts up and down, telescopes, back and forth. We are rocking and rolling, Jody. This thing, it's windy outside. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that wind is picking up today. Let's see. If I missed anything on this, we're going to wrap this up. If I missed anything on this, please give me a call. You can reach me at my cell phone number, best, 720-539-4711. Email me at grussell@transwest.com. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you next year. I'm out.